I'm Leanne Stone. I'm from Darien, Connecticut. I'm a senior and I play lacrosse. I've been playing lacrosse since 5th grade. I also played soccer and basketball in high school. I chose to participate in collegiate athletics because I thought it would add a challenge but also a really fun outlet to the normal college lifestyle. It wasn't really an option to not play a sport in college. I can't really imagine myself not playing sports. An athlete that I most try to emulate, I don't really have a professional athlete that I most try to emulate, but I would say my 2 older brothers. They both played sports in college, and I kind of grew up going to all their games and cheering them on, and they're both just really good sports, and they've both been really successful in both of their sports. So, something not a lot of people know about me is that I'm a huge tennis fan. I grew up playing tennis. I still play in my free time from a tennis family. And I love watching professional tennis on TV. If I could trade places with a teammate, I think it would have to be either Margaret Klein or Greta Witter. They're both attackers, and I think it'd be really fun to have the opportunity to score. If I could have one last meal, I would definitely have to choose my mom's homemade spaghetti with tomato sauce. It's killer. 5 words I would use to describe myself would be down to earth, optimistic, kind, positive, and maybe a little goofy. Interests outside of athletics, I'm really into music. I like looking for new songs and sharing that with friends. I really like going to the beach, swimming, going to the movies, reading, hanging out with friends. If I could have dinner with one person, it would be Rafael Nadal, professional tennis player. Again, diehard tennis fan, and he's my favorite. So. When I was a kid, I planned to be a writer or an Olympic athlete when I grew up. Special talents, the only thing I could think of is that I can ride a bike with no hands. I chose to attend Washington Lee because, all the obvious things it has to offer: small school, great sense of community, the honor code. But what really sold me was my recruiting trip. I got to hang out with the team a lot, and I just saw myself really meshing well with those kinds of people. So that really sold the school for me. The best thing about being a student athlete at WNL is probably the fact that you don't really have to sacrifice anything. You can still have a social life. Everyone on our team is involved in something else other than athletics. So you can really have it all. Favorite moment of my athletic career, I think, was winning ODACs last year. We were kind of the underdogs going in. We had a rough season, so we weren't really expected to win, and so pulling off that win in the ODAC finals is really, really exciting. Favorite class at WNL, last semester I took a 1960s art history class with Professor King. It was a seminar, discussion-based, about 10-15 people, just really cool topic, really interpretive, open discussion, and I really, really loved it. Favorite TV shows? For some reason, I've always liked The Bachelor, even though I think it's ridiculous. I've been watching it religiously since season 1. So, I don't know, I just think it's really entertaining. And I just got into Breaking Bad. I'm watching it on Netflix now, and yeah, I'm pretty addicted to it. So, if my life had a soundtrack, it would be all Beyonce songs, Half of Me by Rihanna, and One Time by Fabulous. It's my all-time pump-up song. Favorite movie, I really like all romantic comedies. It might be a toss-up between Pretty Woman and You've Got Mail. Dream vacation, I would go somewhere in the Caribbean or really anywhere warm where there's a beach, and I would swim and lay on the beach. Hero in my life would have to be Beyonce. She's just the coolest. Advice for others who would like to play lacrosse in college, I would say be ready for a challenge. It's challenging, but as someone who's stuck with it for 4 years, I would say it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the time and energy that you put into it.